We're going to look at a couple of different methods for scanning in photos, negatives, and slides. And the first thing we're going to look at is our laptop computer hooked to an inexpensive flatbed scanner, in this case the Epson V100 photo scanner. Any scanner you decide to use, though, is going to operate in a similar manner. So the first thing we need to do is load up our software and initialize our scanner, and they're all going to be fairly similar. So let's go ahead and look at how to scan in some photos.
Okay, simply open up the scanner, put the photo in the corner, face down.
Let's launch our scanning software. Go up to the Epson Scan icon on the desktop, double click. Our scanner hardware initializes and we bring up our scanning software screen. We notice we're in full auto mode here. This is the most efficient and easiest way to scan in a photo or a document. Let's go ahead and hit the scan button. So right now we get a preview and our document type recognition is in progress. So what that does is determine what we're actually scanning, a document or a photo. So our scanner has correctly determined that we're scanning a color photo, and here we see a mini preview of that photo. And so along the bottom we have a status bar of where we're at in our scan process. So when we're done with the scan, the document is put in our default directory, which is our My Documents, My Pictures. Let's expand that, and we see that we've correctly scanned our color photo. And so now at this point we are ready to either transfer this to a CD or perhaps upload it to Flickr. As soon as we complete scanning all of our pictures and documents that we want to process in this session.
Here we can also shoot slides and negatives. And go ahead and we'll take the backdrop out of the scanner and we'll insert the slide and negative film adapter. Close the lid.
Let's go back up to our Epson Scan icon, double click that, and bring up our software. Now this time we're going to go into a different mode. We're going to go into professional mode. And this lets us tweak the settings quite a bit here, and we've got a lot of different options here. So right now we could be in reflective, which is the color photos or perhaps a document that you'd like to scan. But film is the right option for what we're going to do. We're going to choose color negative film. We're going to go with 24-bit color. And we're going to go with 1200 DPI. We've got a lot of different options here. So let's go ahead down to preview, click in on that. So right now our preview scan is in progress. So here's our preview, and we can see we've got 4 different slides here, and we notice that some of these slides are not the right way we'd like to see them. So we can go right up here and we can change the orientation of our picture. We can click over to this one. We can change the orientation. We can also uncheck some slides, so perhaps we don't want to include these in our scan, so we just uncheck them. And so we're going to just go ahead and scan these 2 slides in. Let's go ahead and hit scan. And then we have some other things we could do. We can put them into JPEG format, for instance, and put a prefix of image on them. So let's say OK here. So now we have our actual scan in progress, and we see that we've got a bar here that shows us the progress of our scan, and we're scanning slide 1 right now. Okay, now we have the 2 slides that we've just picked out, and we can bring those up and see them in more detail. Let's go ahead and look at the other one. And so again, we have 2 slides that are now resident on our hard drive, and we can either put these to a CD for a client, or perhaps we'd upload them to Flickr. Another option, if you don't have a scanner, is to go to a facility that has the Kodak photo kiosk, and there you can scan your photos to a CD. Let's see how to do it. Alright, let's start scanning. Okay, select the pictures to save. and accept the user agreement. Press the little check sign there. Okay, we're going to go from the scanner and we're going to scan black and white pictures. Make sure that your picture is on the scanner surface. Face down, hit black and white picture. You'll see the status bar for wait for the image to capture to complete. And so it's completing the scanning of the picture. We see the status bar progressing. Okay, we see a little preview of the picture there, and we can hit accept. We could also do some modifications, rotate the picture, other things. And now we're ready to scan another picture. Okay, it's that simple. At the end of this process, you'll receive a CD with your photo images on it. Now, we've looked at a couple of different methods for scanning in photos, the first being a computer hooked to a flatbed scanner. Next, we looked at the photo kiosk. Now, your brand of scanner or kiosk may be different, but the process should be the same. Thank you for watching this WeDigi tutorial. Now, please close the media player and return to the main menu for additional tutorials.